welcome back for the next part. So here we have got today we will be doing with the wave nature of light. Okay, and you all know that the entire chapter optics has been divided into two parts: ray optics and wave optics. So in this category we will be doing with the wave nature of light. We will be doing with the wave nature of light. Now when you do with the wave nature of light, okay, so what are the important things that you will be studying in this particular chapter? First we'll see the what is the wavefront, and then we will relate it with the Huygens theory. So first important thing that you will be doing with the Huygens principle, in which you are going to study about the reflection as well as refraction. So you all know what is reflection, you all know what is refraction, but then again we are going to define, or not define, but we are going to prove this with the help of the Huygens principle. That is the first part of the wave nature. The second part we will be doing with the interference. This is a very important phenomena, interference. This is a very important, in which we will be studying about the superposition principle also, and we will try to understand when the wavefront, whenever there is a propagation of the waves, when it is constructive, when it is destructive, and what is the important thing out here that we will be going to find out. We'll be getting a mathematical formula which will help us to understand whenever there is a constructive interference or a destructive interference. Okay, so that is important thing that we will be doing in this particular chapter, interference. And here the most important part that you will be doing is Young's double slit experiment. We'll study about YDSE. This is YDSE, Young's double slit experiment. We'll do the experiment and you get maximum questions that is being asked from the board is from this chapter. So in this chapter you don't have any numerical problems to solve, but for the interference you have got lots of problems, numericals to solve from this particular part. So that is interference. The third category we have got the diffraction. Now this is another property of the wave nature that we will be studying in details, and we'll again will find out a relation when there is a maxima or when there is a minima. That is very important thing that we are going to study in this particular chapter. The fourth chapter, what we have got, the polarization. Now in polarization, according to the reduced syllabus, some part has been taken up. Okay, but then again you should understand basic you should know the basic conditions or the reasons for the polarization. Okay, so altogether these are the things that we will be doing in the wave nature of light. Huygens principle based on reflection and refraction, then interference, that is the Young's double slit, important part, then we have the diffraction, and then we have the polarization. Now children, this wave theory, it's very important. If you get to see the history of the nature of light, then what you find it in the middle of the 17th century, the idea that light can be of wave nature, but then again in the year 1678 Huygens showed that with his experimental verification, he showed that the laws of reflection and refraction can be very well explained on the basis of the wave theory. Okay. Now in the year 1827, the two scientists, Youngs and Fresnel, they worked on the phenomena what we call the interference, and they tried to find out the measurement of the velocity of light in the liquid, and that is by the Foucault method. Okay. So Young's experiment enabled him, that was not very much successful in getting it, but then again it gives a very clear idea that Young's experiment gave the idea for the measuring the wavelength of the waves, and Fresnel gave the idea for the rectilinear propagation of the waves. Okay, so that then again in the year 1873 Maxwell, who was working theoretically, and he was trying to get all the conditions for the this wave theory as well as the particle and all different scientists were working in different area. But then again, there was the Maxwell's electromagnetic theory of light was experimentally justified. Okay, so the electromagnetic theory, however, failed to give an accountability for the phenomena of photoelectric emission. And that is was later on Einstein got he proved. You have this chapter, photoelectric effect. Okay, and that was based on the quantum mechanics hypothesis, quantum mechanics, that is the Planck's quantum hypothesis. So you will be doing this later in this, after this you are done with wave nature, the photoelectric effect. But what becomes very important, that we need to accept, as a physicist, we need to accept that the fact that light is having a double role to play. That it can be having a particle nature, and it can have also the wave nature. So on what part we'll call it as a wave nature, and what part we'll call it as a particle nature, that is again vast difference between the two. But when we do with the wave nature of light, we are completely confining, and we are completely uh, trying to understand in terms of the wave fronts and all such things, rays and all. So we will be starting up with the first part, what we call is the Huygens principle, that is reflection and refractions. Thank you for this introductory class.